Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update.
After 2 years out of college, if you want to do something, don't feel pressurized to do something or not do something. You
Right.
must realize that it should be, if you are talking about a second career, it should be something which is pressure free, which you should say कि बस मजा आना चाहिए. आगे कुछ हो गया तो बहुत अच्छी बात है.
Hi, guys, and welcome to this very special video that we are making about something that we hear a lot these days. Whether you're on LinkedIn or on Twitter, you'll hear this concept that a lot of people talk about having a second career. We're going to talk about how to build a second career, why a second career is important, and what can you gain from a second career, which can help you in your mainline career as well. For this, today we have with us Deepto Kirti Chaudhary. He's written 6 books. He has a beautiful blog that I have followed for years. He has a very legit second career where he does a lot of really interesting things, and he's built an area of expertise for himself, which is Bollywood, which is Indian cinema, so to speak. Before that, Deepto has worked for Pepsi, for Marico, for Hindustan Times, lots of very interesting companies, and we are going to hear from him how and why he built a second career. Deepto, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
I am a guy who's 2-3 years out of my campus. I'm working in a top company, and now I'm questioning things, about my life and like what am I doing on a day-to-day basis. And I have certain passions, and I want to start off somewhere. Okay, can you list out steps? So say I am a dancer. Okay, I love dancing. How do I go about building a second career in this?
Step one is that, are you willing to spend the next 3 years, 3 hours a day dancing? I mean, and fill in other numbers. I mean, 3 years can be 5 years, 3 hours can be 1 hour, whatever. I'm saying that, is are you looking forward to dance every single day? You
So
say
say
like,
you open an Instagram account, and you decide that you're going to put up one video every week
yeah,
for the next 1 year. So that can be
exactly,
a target you're
exactly.
setting for yourself,
You see,
right?
between right now, the whole thing is that the gratification. I say that there are two challenges to any the second career bit. One is time, which is external, that from your work, from your family, from your social life, do you have enough time, etc. Are you too tired and all of that. Now, that second thing comes patience. You have to say that, what if nobody is reading you? Are you still going to write?
Right.
If the answer is yes, then great. That's the first thing that is required. Just keep writing, keep dancing, keep singing, keep whatever. Now, the good news about internet is that if you put up something, it does not have to be phenomenal, it has to be regular. Because I must come back to you, I must know that Kunj does a podcast every Thursday. Let me
Right.
go to his channel every Thursday and see. Maybe 100 people will know of it first, only 10 will keep coming back, but those 10 then will become 12, will become 15, will become 20, and so on. So whatever you are doing, that I mean, what you said, that after 2 years out of college, if you want to do something, don't feel pressurized to do something or not do something. You
Right.
must realize that it should be, if you are talking about a second career, it should be something which is pressure free, which you should say कि बस मजा आना चाहिए. आगे कुछ हो गया तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. But you should have a lot of fun while doing it.
Right.
Then comes how you find an audience, how you find people who will support you, whether you want to take it bigger, and all of that will follow. And there are, you don't need me. I mean, let's say a guy who's graduated, let's say in 2015, 17, 18, knows far more about social media than me, and far better as to how to showcase himself or herself.
Right.
I'm just saying that at a basic level, if you are really happy, if you are looking forward to what you are doing, that second career thing that you want to do, then just go ahead and do, and everything else will fall into place.
Why a second career? Why is a second career important?
Okay, let me just tell you that recently I was in a session with some XLRI alumni, and it was all about people who have gone off the beaten path. And it included a Filmfare Award winning screenwriter, it included a Sufi singer, a couple of actors, a couple of government servants.
Right.
and me. I think none of us went into the second career thinking about money, for example. I mean, if anything, at least for the government servants, I could say with fair bit of confidence that they could have earned a lot more if they had remained in their original career, which is of a corporate executive and all of that. So when I think about that group of people, and which is, I mean, I am similar to that group in some ways at least. I feel that it was probably a need to be different. It is a need to say something. It is wanting to showcase a different set of skills. Uh, or it could be something, do something to alleviate boredom. I mean,
Right.
I would say that the need for a second career, at least at the beginning, is more spiritual than material.
Right.
I mean, for me, I started because of the lack of, I mean, the entertainment or the lack of it, rather. Because I remember when I was in sales, I used to travel a lot and I used to spend like 3 or 4 evenings in a hotel room. And I decided that I just will not watch mindless TV over and over again. And
Right.
I started blogging, which is the blog that you just talked about. So I mean, that blog got a bit of readership, it got a bit of encouragement, and I and eventually it led to my second career as an author.
It's not like you've had an easy career otherwise. Your mainline career, you're an MBA from XLRI, working in some of the top companies in the country, doing high pressure jobs. So take us through that moment of decision making when you were working on your first book.
What happened is that after that first book, which was supposed to be on cricket, a very good friend, he heard me. He said that, okay, you are writing this book on cricket, and then he said that, but why are you not writing on Bollywood? You are. I would love to read a Bollywood book by you. And that's the point. I mean, when I started thinking that how do I go about it, you see, there are three parts to, I mean, I'm talking about writing, and
Sure.
it is similar for many other careers also, that there is a process of practice or research or whatever, which has to be enjoyable, which you must love. Let's say you play a musical instrument, you should want to play that musical instrument if there is no pressure. I mean, you should
Right.
come back from office, and as a way of unwinding or relaxing or whatever, or way to connect with friends, let's say you play a guitar, or maybe you run. I mean, there are so many people who continuously run. Now they
Right.
all of them are not thinking of running a marathon or uh, participating in the Ironman or all of that. They run because they like it, because it brings their body to a certain physical level, activity, whatever.
Right.
So I think that's the first part. And for a second career, it's very important that you really love that first part. And I realized that most of the people who went into it with a mode of saying, "Ki, let me try it and see what comes out of it." So when I started this, I started writing on Bollywood. For me, I really enjoy Bollywood. I love watching films. I love reading about
Right.
stars, movies, etc. So I said, okay, let's read more. Let's try to see what can come out of it. So that was a very interesting part. I mean, that's not work at all. I mean, all of us do it in various forms with various things.
That's
Now
when you can have a legit career if its execution does not feel like work on a day-to-day basis. Right.
exactly. Now the second part is a bit of work, if I may call it, where you have to say that, okay, I have to write this book, or I have to cut this album, or I want to run a marathon,
Right.
or I want to participate in MasterChef, or whatever it is. There you have to say that, okay, I will put in this amount of effort every day without fail. Now, again, I mean, I said that, okay, over the next 100 days, I will finish writing this book. And I had no idea whether I would be able to finish it in 100 days. I just thought 100 is a good number. I mean, nothing, no science went behind it. And
Right.
I start writing it. And I realized that I really enjoy that writing part. That I said that, every day I will write 500 words. And I actually used to, in the first days, I mean, first few months, I used to end up writing a lot more than 500 words because I was really enjoying it. I was really having fun.
Right.
This is the point this is the first investment that you make, which is to say that, uh, I will put in this discipline. I will put in a fixed number of hours or a fixed unit of effort to get this, my passion, which was part one, to a logical conclusion. Now
This is when
not,
it starts becoming more than a hobby, right? This is
this
when
is yes,
it
this
goes a
is when
step ahead of. Yeah,
when you are saying that yes, I have a hobby, which was the first part, and I am
right,
doing it, doing a lot of it. And the second part says that now I will operate in a disciplined manner to get this hobby to a logical conclusion. Now the third part, to my mind, is the most difficult. It is needs a lot of effort. It needs
right.
a lot of mental discipline to take rejection, because in my case, it is, let's say, anybody who's planning to write a book, you will have to get to, I mean, after you write the book which you will think is the best book in the world, you will face rejection. I mean, unless you are super lucky, you will face rejection. People will not read your book, not give you feedback, read your book, completely misunderstand and say that okay, we are not publishing it. Likewise for musicians,
Yes.
similar thing. For fitness thing, you run, you think that you are very good and you will not be able to finish your first marathon. All these heartbreaks will happen. So this is a very difficult thing. And to my mind, this is where many people lose out, because they are not lucky enough, and they probably are do not have the time to put in that kind of effort.
Right.
Sometimes that rejection is very frustrating, so people may say, "Ki, screw it, I mean, I don't want to do this because I have a perfectly natural career elsewhere, I am successful there, why am I doing all this?" Like for example, I promised myself after my first book that I will not get into the marketing of my books. Even till date, I never, when my publisher sends me a marketing plan, I just say yes, this is fine, let's go ahead with it. I never do that, because I said that I am doing this for the writing part of it. I
Right.
do enough marketing in my day job.
Yes.
So I mean, this is my rule. I mean, nobody
Sure.
has to follow this rule, but I think that if you want to make a viable second career, and at any point in time you have hopes of converting your second career into your first career, this is the point that you will have to make or break. Because I know that all the major authors, let's say all the Amish Tripathis, Chetan Bhagats of the world, their the part with that they bet really big and put the maximum effort was on this part.
So, Deepto, tell me something. What are the sacrifices you had to make to be able to pursue a second career?
When you have a baby, you stop going for parties, and you say, oh, you miss a lot of parties. But if you feel that you are really having a lot of fun with your baby, then you don't miss those parties.
Right.
So, I mean, I am exactly like that. So yes, I love going for movies. I mean, if I go for movies, I consider it as research for my book. So book, I'll tell you the sacrifice, that the first book that I wrote was on cricket. And I
Right.
am a regular Indian cricket fan. I watch cricket. I am fairly passionate about it, but I am far from an expert. That book, I mean, it was a short book, so I got it done in a very relatively short period of time. But that was the first time I occasionally realized that, hang on, I am not fully sure what I am doing. Am I doing the right thing? Then I had to reach out to some friends and all who were really experts on the on cricket, and I had to say
Right.
that, am I getting this right? So you could say that that is the point where I realized that, look, whatever happens, I mean, I'm not getting into something which I am not fully happy about. So when I write a book, I must be absolutely certain of the reverse of your question, that I should not feel during the 1 year of research, I should not feel ki ye main kahan phas gaya. Then, I mean, then the whole point, then it becomes work. Because in all our work, I would say that in the work that we do, at least the work that I do, I like what I do. 80-90% of my work, I really like, I really enjoy. Let's say
Sure.
when a creative comes and I have to look at it and I have to, give feedback or give iterations, I really look forward to it. Whereas there are always some parts of the job where you have to do budgets and you have to do some
Yeah.
financial approvals and all of that. I do not like that. So but I have to do that 10% or 20% to get to the balance
Right.
80% which I
Right.
like. So my point was that if I get to a similar model where I'm doing something that I don't like, why should I do it? So if I am writing something and I say that this chapter maza nahi aa raha, I say junk this chapter, I will do some other chapter. I mean, I'm not, there's no gun to my head to say कि नहीं भैया आपको ये chapter लिखना ही पड़ेगा.
One is that you were interested in Bollywood, right? But how did you announce to the world that, listen, I'm an expert at this?
The honest truth is that I mean, I'm far from being one of the better experts in Bollywood. Like I
Hmm.
can rattle off at least 20 names off the top of my head right now who are, no way better than me. But if you want to get into it, you should not say, am I the best?
Right.
You should say that, is this what I do best? Are you better
Right.
than, if you say that, I'm going to play cricket and I have to better than Sachin Tendulkar, then you are never going to play cricket. But if you are going to say that, cricket is what I
No best.
really don't mind
Hmm.
playing again and again and again and again, and I don't mind playing cricket for 18 hours a day. So my thing was that, say,
Right.
I said that there are many things I am interested in. I said that, but Bollywood is probably that niche which I don't mind being in for the rest of my life. So, I mean, many people say that, but why don't you write on Bengali cinema? I said that, boss, Bengali cinema is, I mean, there are certain niches which I really like, but it is not something that I want to spend my rest of my life on. I mean, I want to come in and out on. That is the
Right.
all. I mean, also because Bengali cinema has some phenomenal writers who had been writing. So I mean, I would have walked into a field which is, I mean, has too many experts in it. When I wrote, I there were no books on Bollywood trivia at all.
Hmm.
So there were biographies, there were some scholarly writing on Bollywood. I said that, look, I want to write opposite of, let's say, what somebody writing a thesis on Bollywood. There are many scholarly books and theses which were written. There were
Right.
encyclopedias being written. I said that this is not what I want to write. My reference point was Anupama Chopra's book on Sholay. It was an anecdotal, fun, but very well researched. It is like one of the best researched books on Hindi cinema that you will ever read. But it is
Right.
such a breezy writing style. I mean, it's like a page turner. You don't want to put the book down. So I said that I want to write like this, that where, or at least I'll try to be like this, where I will write fun stuff. It will bring a smile to people's faces. It will remind people of their, childhood memories and
Favorite
things
films.
like that, favorite
Hmm.
films, favorite memories, because we watch films with people, right? So it should remind you of your happy memories. And I said that this is a niche within a niche. I am going to write on Bollywood trivia. Now
Right.
there are every single
Yes.
day on Twitter, I get at least, I see one tweet thread where I say that, OMG, I never thought of this. And on Bollywood, I mean, so there are many people who are doing much more research, much better work than me. But if I say that I want to better than that guy, then I am not going
Right.
to be right ever.
This is one of those things where I read somewhere that the idea of tinkering is so important. The idea that there is some time where in the day when you're bored and you take up something because you are interested in it, you're curious about it, rather than you having to do it to chase some very specific goal which you're doing in your mainline career. And from there develops an interest, a hobby, and which then turns into maybe something legit, where you give yourself tangible goals, and then you figure out how to
Yeah.
make some money out of it, and that's when it becomes a second career. So that's the journey that people will have to go through to build a second career. Deepto, thank you so much for your direction and telling us how to build a second career. And as far as your second career is concerned, all the best for that. I have
Thank you.
enjoyed most of the books. I have read most of your books and I've enjoyed them. So thank you so much for that. And thank you for your time. Cheers.
Thank you.